Hello, we're going to talk about taking a drill. This is a refresher. In order to take any online test, whether it's a quiz or drill or test, you must be in the testing directory. So let's go to the testing directory. What is it? It's the course ID 14C, My Test. From this directory you can launch the test. The command for doing any test is always run test. Now before doing that, there is a command that tells you what tests or drills are available to you. So let's do OS drills, CS drills. And it shows us all the drills and when some of them are due. I'm going to do drill 3A. Notice the name of the drill is given clearly. The word drill is all caps, the word test is all caps, and so on. So let's start the test. Run test. We want drill 3A. Now, whenever you take a drill, you need to have two secure shell windows open, both of them open to the same directory, the testing directory. So let's open a new window. If you go click on the icon that is gray icon to the left of the folder, we create a new window. Notice that you're currently already logged into your account in this window, but we're not in the directory we need to be in, so we're going to go to the directory, My Test. Now we're ready to begin the drill. Good. So let's select a question. Let's select an easy one. Select 2. And this problem says, run the program and provide inputs to cause the output "this is good" to come out. Now, what is required for this? I am not asking you to write a program. I'm asking you to read this and understand what it does. And let's look at it quickly. A is a string, C is a string, and B is a character. So what's going on? It looks like we're going to read one string, and then we are going to ignore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, and then we're going to read whatever is left. Alright? So let's test out our theory by compiling the program. By the way, if you say ls prog, you will see that there's a program here. So let's go ahead and compile it. It compiles, so let's try to run it now. A.out. Let's just type in a string. Let's type in some stuff. Let's type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and see what comes out. Alright? So what comes out? Well, it looks like the first word separated by white space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, has come out. Check. And what else did we expect to happen? We expected 6 characters to be ignored. What 6 characters? This is 6. Well, let's try to do that. This is, the space is a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from here to here, all of that is being ignored because we ignored 6 things. And now we get the rest of the line, which means from this point forward to the end, we're going to read all of that. Now, is this not what we see in the output line? Okay? So we understand what this is doing. So what does it suggest? It suggests that we need to type in the word "this," followed by the spaces we want to ignore, like 6, anything, and the rest of the line. So if I wanted to run this again, I will say what? This And how many spaces do I want to ignore? Let's just put them in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Got to put a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And is good. Alright. And we should, whoa, shucks. This, oh, I put in too many, didn't I? So let's do it again. The space is one of the things that gets ignored. So we're going to say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is good. And we get what we know. Not quite there yet, huh? Let's try it again. We can say this. Got to be a space. That's one character that's ignored. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the rest of the line that we want? We want space and then the word is good. And now with that we have it done. Alright? So this is the answer that we need to put in when we go back over to the test. Notice that this window is really used to do the programming and to verify that you have the answer. At this point we can copy this and go back over here and put in the answer that we have. And now we can have it checked. It will say the correct program output. Now a couple things. You cannot modify the program when the problem is of the type run it. You cannot modify it, so do not try it. Now let's see what we have accomplished. We have answered one question, we got answers, we got points for it. So we can, if we want, just exit the test right now. When you exit the test, it ensures that the answers you have entered get saved. If you leave here without entering, your answers are not guaranteed to be saved. So always make a habit of doing that. All right. And last thing, you can get a view of whether your answers went in or not, because we can do what? The name of your test as far as the repository goes is called D3A. So we can say CS status D3A. And when I do that, I get a bunch of files here. One of the files that's most important is the one called scores and the one called scorecard. So how do you see it? You can just say CSMView D3A scores. And you will see that you have scores on the books. You can also say look at scorecard. And it kind of tells you which questions you did and whether you got them right or not. Okay? So in this case, we have one question that we got right earlier, one question we got right the last time that we did a session. With that, I'm going to shut down. Well, let's go back in one more time. It's getting late. One more time. We're going to say run test. We will pick one more problem of a different kind. We're going to pick a problem that you got to do some programming on. You got to modify the program. So let's pick number 8. Not the right kind, right? So let's pick number 7. Sorry about that. And let's select number 6, I guess. Complete the following program. All right. I am not going to do this correctly, so don't expect me to. But I'm going to show you that whenever you see this, always go past the previous answer prompt. If you had entered a previous answer, it would show it to you where you had the choice of keeping the answer. Because we have no previous answer, we must produce a new answer. We do that over here. The code that you see over here has been placed in the file prog.cpp. So we can just say pico prog.cpp. Make sure this thing is wide enough. Let's see, not in any trouble. All right. And what do we have? Well, we have part of this. Complete the program so that it reads the whole name and prints a message. What's the whole name? Whole name looks like a string that has spaces in it. What did we learn in class? The way to read a string that has spaces is you must use getLine. So apparently we must use getLine, and we must print out what we get after we use printline. So what's the first thing we need? We need a variable. We need a string variable called name, and we need to do the getLine. I'm not going to do that for you. Don't look for it. And eventually we got to output something. We got to say output what? Whatever we have as name, followed by, here's the name, followed by what? Followed by a comma, and then hello there. So why don't we just copy this, followed by whatever goes there, and that's all we need to do. Okay? Now with that, I'm going to exit. The program is not complete, so I'm not worried about that. Exit. And now we can compile it. And we can run it. And notice that we never read a name in, and it looks like the name is, there's no value for the name here. So all we're missing is reading in the name. Alright? And with this, we can say here's a new program. We look at it, now we grade it. And it should be wrong. Alright? And with that, we can exit again. And that's all we're going to do right now for this. That's the end of the session.